what's up? It's Mr. Young.
And it's foreign in the building. How are you, my brother?
I am doing good. We are recording this on a Friday. Yes, it's a recorded episode. For those of you in the chat who are like...
Sunday.
Yeah, it is a Sunday. Wait, did I say Saturday?
You said Friday.
Oh, gosh. Bro, I swear the last couple of days, for whatever reason, I don't know if you feel the same way, but for whatever reason, I've lost track of days. Yesterday, I was at work. I kept saying, tomorrow, go back to work. But then tomorrow was Sunday and not Monday. So, pardon the confusion.
Are you working Saturdays, bro? Are you working extra days? Is that why?
I worked on Saturday yesterday, yes.
Damn, what happened, bro? Why bro?
It's the life. In the media life, sometimes you have to work some weekends. It is what it is, right?
Yeah. The most important thing, you better get paid, my brother. You better get paid.
Oh, the irony of that statement, bro. Anyway.
Yes. I mean, it has been, I would say a busy week for me as well. So I was telling you off camera, right?
Yep.
Like, currently reservice, that's why I'm a bit botak.
Yes, so clean shaven also.
Yeah, I miss my beard and like I don't know whether I should share the news here, but like I'm in the middle of moving out. I'm gonna be renting my own place soon.
Nice.
So you won't see all these shelves, cannot see all these title. Probably be a new background soon. So that'll be fun. That's gonna be a big step. But hey, more space to do the podcast, right, Mr. Young?
Yes, sir. But the real question is, how much input will the other half have into the new place? Because as a quote unquote either married or attached individual, suddenly your ideas go out the go out the window, but they don't take fruition. Like, for example, all this I had before I got married. Because once we get our BTO, all this is not going to be there.
No, bro. Then how is all this background? What's gonna happen?
Storeroom, bro.
Damn. Son.
I will still come back here to my dad's house because it's my whole setup, It's here.
Yeah. I see. So basically, this is still gonna be like your quote unquote studio if you want to record.
Yeah. So this will be my quote unquote my work room, really, lah.
Yeah, but at least you have your place outside. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, my one is just a temporary rental place, but like, for some reason, if suddenly everything becomes pink or what, you know why, Yeah, it's not up to me,
What? You became a Tiffany Stratton fan? It's Tiffy time.
Yeah, I'm still trying to convince my girlfriend to at least let me hang like my wrestling belt somewhere in the background. At least it looks got a bit of wrestling, but yeah, we shall see. Doesn't matter.
Good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that.
We shall see. But the most important thing is I get to do my podcast. I got a space, and the most important thing is we'll still do this every week. Doesn't change, right? Doesn't matter where the venue is.
Yes. If there's one, like, the world can change, things can go down, but we'll always have pro wrestling to talk about. Talking about the world changing, oh my God. So this just happened on a Sunday morning, right? I know this has nothing to do with wrestling. Actually, no, it does.
There is. Yeah,
you know what I'm about to say, right?
Of course.
Because this fella isn't he in the WWE Hall of Fame?
He is. He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
For better or for worse, and let's take politics aside, but Donald Trump just had an assassination attempt happen to him this morning. What is going on, America?
Okay, well, so apparently I was reading some reports. They were saying that it was like a pellet gun or not a actual gun, but then there's other reports saying that someone actually died.
Yeah, exactly. I saw someone died, so like cannot be just a pellet gun, right?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I have no idea what else is going on, but I think the season finale of America is happening really soon.
I mean, my gosh! Like, obviously, if you don't know what happened, first of all, maybe you should watch the news. But at a Trump rally, shots were fired. I think 8 shots. And a shot grazed Donald Trump's ear, so you could see him like he's bleeding from the ear, right? His Secret Service tries to like cover him up, and then he's like, wait, and he raises his fists like okay, I don't know what it is, but, and conspiracy theories aside, let's just assume this actually happened, right? I know there are already conspiracy theories. I've seen the comments, okay, but all that aside, right? Like, even when injured, bleeding from the ear, he knows a photo op when he sees it.
Yeah, I saw in the wrestling context, right, in the wrestling Twitterverse, the funniest thing, the meme that I saw was like, the WWE has taught Trump that no matter what, always face the hard cam.
Yeah, face the hard cam. And you know what this reminded me of instantly?
What?
Becky Lynch, bro. Remember Becky?
Why?
when Nia Jax broke her nose and she was bleeding profusely, this was the birth of the man. Do you remember?
Yeah.
She used that as sort of like the jumping off point of how badass she was. I'm not saying this has anything to do with, what has happened here, but I'm like, he captured that moment. In that moment, he's there with his fist up. Right, he literally, if you watch the footage, he literally tells the Secret Service people, wait, I want to pose. Then he sticks his hand like, I think he mouthed like, fight, or whatever he mouthed. I don't know what he mouthed. But it was, quote unquote, a badass photo.
Bro, regardless of, your politics or what you think of Trump, right? You can't deny that he is a pro wrestler at heart.
Yeah.
He gets pro wrestling.
Immediately, the optics of this guy just survived an assassination attempt and he is defiant. And then on the other side, you have his poor uncle who can't remember names.
I tell you, it's really picking the best of the worst. Wow, man.
I mean, like, once again, we don't want to go into the politics. It's not our place to say. But what is, like you said, this final season of America is incredible.
Yeah, and forever there'll be that wrestling link because of Trump, because of his. Wasn't there one picture of like Triple H and his family and Vince McMahon all visiting the White House when he was in the president?
Yes.
So like, man,
like 40-something% of this photo have taken a Stone Cold Stunner. That was the joke. That's the caption, right? That meme.
I remember that. So like, I believe like no matter what happens in this, politics or debate or what, like there will always be a pro wrestling link in the world, right? In mainstream, in what did they call it? What do you call it? When wrestling is mainstream.
Yeah.
In the culture, yes.
In the zeitgeist.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Like pro wrestling is somehow always in the zeitgeist.
It is. Okay, I just want to bring up one more thing. I shared this in the general chit chat in our Discord. Go join our Discord, by the way. You know the Rock meme?
I love the Rock meme, the recent one, right?
Yeah, so somebody posted the Rock meme and the quote is, and so I told him, if you really want to win this election, learn how to bump and blade.
Perfect. You can always relate anything to pro wrestling, and I tell you, this Rock memes, right, is gonna be the new. This doesn't work for me, brother.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so that aside, what a crazy weekend it has been, and we're gonna jump in, talk about the wrestling in just a bit, and we have special guests here on the show today as well. But first and foremost, we need to give a big shout out to the sponsors of the show, Lama.
Yeah, there you go. If you guys are hungry and it's lunchtime, you guys happen to be in the Bugis/Arab Street area, go pass by Lemak, bro. Go have a bit of their Indonesian, Malay cuisines.
Ooh.
And previously we talked about all the different things that they are selling this time around. It's not just their popular jongkong. They have jasuke, and the thing that I tried recently is like corn with milk and what is it, mozzarella? But it's cheese, bro. It's like so many options, bro. So please go check them out, bro.
This is just making me hungry right now. Every time we record or do the podcast is during lunchtime, huh?
Yes, correct. And definitely it's perfect that we have a lunchtime food sponsor.
Absolutely.
So if you guys are hungry and you guys are in the area, please go check them out. I believe they are giving a new follower, especially if you come from Kick to the Gut, a free frappe, bro, a frappuccino. You know what I mean? So
yes. I love it when you roll the R's.
Because not everyone can do it.
Bro, I cannot roll my R. I cannot, bro.
Oh, damn, son. Okay.
That's my kryptonite, rolling my R's.
Okay, let me just repeat one more time. They are promoting their cheese coin, Korean coin bread. They have jasuke. They have sweet corn, condensed milk, and mozzarella cheese. There you go. Lemak
on Instagram. Go drop them a follow and tell them that Kick to the Gut sent you. Okay, that's LEMAQ .LEMAQ on Instagram. If you're listening to this audio only.
All right.
Yeah, and also we want to give a big shout out to SPW, our other sponsors of the podcast, Singapore Pro Wrestling. Of course, you know them. And in just a little while, we're going to have the statement, Andrew Tang. I'll let him do it later. As well as the Midnight Bastards, the first time they've ever made an appearance on the podcast. They are going to be running down the card, and we'll get to find out more about the Midnight Bastards and this unholy union that they have as they lead up to Clash at the Club 2, which is happening this Friday. We'd love to see you there. Personally, I'm going to be there. I've not seen them do a show in a club before, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and especially if you guys are interested and still wanting tickets, we are giving away another pair of tickets on the show. So stay tuned to the end because we'll let you know how you guys can win that extra pair. And bro, if you want to enjoy your Friday night at the club and watch some wrestling, this is the perfect place to be. So go for it, bro.
Absolutely. We got wrestling action. We got drinks. You can hang out with the wrestlers as well. We will go through the card, like I mentioned, but here's a bit of a glimpse of who's going to be there. Like you got Andrew Tang, you got the Midnight Bastards, you got Aiden Rex, you got Trickster, Riz, Iman, CK Vin, Blade, BGJ, Meta, Black Arrow, Mighty. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, man. And you know what's the best thing about watching wrestling with drinks? It's not just the wrestlers are gonna get all high. It might even be the audience. So
what? No,
you never know. You never know what's gonna happen, bro, in a club. You know what I mean?
We're all going to be very well behaved, watching a wrestling show, and then having great chats after. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yes, correct. Great, very PG-rated chats, right? Just like this upcoming interview.
Okay, and yes, stick around. We're going to chat with the Statement and the Midnight Bastards in a bit. But before we get to that, though, okay, let's very quickly talk about the lead up to SummerSlam that's happening on the WWE side. On AEW side, we got the lead up to All In London. So, first of all, where do you want to start? Like, what immediately jumps to mind right now?
Okay, let's do chronological order, right? So, like last week, of course, we reviewed WWE's
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank, and John Cena's announcement of his retirement tour. And the news cycle just passed by so fast, right? Because as you were about to go on air, Mommy returned, right? Rhea Ripley returned. So
let's very quickly, I know we didn't talk about it too much because we had so many things to talk about last week, right? But John Cena's retirement, it's not just a retirement. He's going to go on a retirement tour. And if you think about it, in the past year, we had The Rock return. And now, leading into Netflix year, we are going to have a whole year of the last time John Cena will be at the Nassau Coliseum. The last time John Cena is going to be at this arena, that arena. Bro, next year, WWE is going to have sellout after sellout after sellout. How much is Saudi Arabia going to pay to be like, hey, we want the last appearance of John Cena? All these, like, from a business standpoint, how brilliant is this, bro?
Bro, and you know what's the coolest thing about all this, right? John Cena's retirement, the entire storyline and the entire booking of it is essentially just maybe like a B or C storyline.
Correct, yes.
Right, it's not even like the main storyline of the whole of WWE right now. Like, you know, you said, right? You got the Bloodline storyline. You got Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, all that drama. You got Judgment Day, Liv Morgan, Mommy, Dominic Mysterio. Bro.
You got the Wyatt Six in the mix. That's sort of in the background. You have a brewing thing with Bayley and Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton.
And again, when we always compare to the Attitude Era, what was so good about Attitude Era was every single wrestler had a storyline and there was always a chance for an overlap, right?
Yes. No, and that's the beauty of it too. Like going back, I know we said this last week, but how they sort of set up the Drew, Botch aside, right? The Drew, Priest, CM Punk, Seth Rollins thing. Now you've actually set up 4, 5, 6 different matches down the road already. Just by one event, just by one thing happening.
Correct.
This is layers upon layers right now, and that's why WWE is in the state they are in because of storytelling. And you know what? I'm glad that you brought that up because I very quickly want to jump over to AEW. While this is fresh in my head, right? I know a lot of people are very excited about what happened at the end of Dynamite. And I actually watched Dynamite. To their credit, I'm like, okay, I saw this shit go down on Instagram. I watched Dynamite. Because it got me excited and interested, like, oh my God. Of course, I'm talking about the big turn, right? Toni Storm and Mariah May. Mariah May wins the Owen Hart Cup Finals, which gives her a shot at Toni Storm's title. And then, the big turn with the blade job. And, it was brutal. It was an incredible swerve, but it's exactly that. It was a swerve. It was an angle. I'm not saying it's not good. It was a good swerve. It was a good angle, but an angle is not a story. I want to make that distinction very clear. You know who was very good at doing angles? Vince Russo.
Okay,
It's a swerve, bro. It's a swerve.
I get that it was shocking, and maybe some people, especially when you don't follow the product consistently, right? AEW at this point in time,
It makes you want to watch.
It makes you want to watch, yes, but also you might think that, hey, is this out of the blue? Is he just booking haphazardly? But I found this thread, right? I don't know whether you saw, we posted on Instagram that there's this comparison, if you're a cinema lover, right? That this whole entire storyline between Mariah May and Toni Storm actually follows the story beats, the exact story beats of this classic old Hollywood movie called All About Eve.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a TDLR version of this, the plot for All About Eve. So All About
TLDR
Eve
lah.
Oh, sorry, TDLR.
TDLR.
L. Too long.
TLDR. TLDR. Too long didn't read.
Too long didn't read. TLDR, yes. Oh my god, I gotta work on my Gen Z lingos. Anyway, All About Eve was a movie in the 1960s during the black and white, old Hollywood era, and it tells the story of popular A-list Broadway actress, right? And she's like the star of the theater, she's like the biggest star for in New York Broadway, blah blah blah. And then it is told from the point of view of this fan, a pure, obsessed fan of this theater actress. And her basically her entire purpose and being is she wants to be exactly like this star, right?
Yeah.
She wants to be as popular as her, one day becoming an actress, blah blah like her. And how she went about it was, one day she went to the show and then she found an into her inner circle, like probably her bodyguard or / her looter lah, basically, in the from the actress. She was like saying, "Oh my god, I'm a big fan. Can you introduce me to her?" Right?
Yeah.
And essentially they followed the exact beats all up until the climax of the movie, where I think there was a point where she actually poisoned or sabotaged the main actress so that she was the stand-in.
Right.
That she took over the role on opening night.
Yeah.
And basically she, booked the downfall, or even though the looter and her other friends kind of see hey, this crazed fan is a bit sus, should we really let her in the inner circle? But of course the main star, she was completely oblivious to it, and she's a fan, and I'm just gonna make her in my inner
so what
circle.
you're saying is Stan
correct. She's a modern day Stan.
Okay.
So okay, let me just finish it off by saying that there is some cinema elements to this.
No. It is at best they try to copy something that worked. I obviously I've never watched the movie. I don't even know if the movie is good. That's the thing. A lot of people want to, copy a classic, but was the classic even good? Was the movie even good? First of all, and second of all I can judge this on is on the execution, which we see on the screen between Toni Storm and Mariah May. Right? Let me give you the perfect parallel. The exact. Not exact lah, but the difference, okay? You had Mariah May make a sudden turn, right, on Toni Storm. It was an angle. Any time in the past couple of months did we see any cracks? Was there any anticipation for this? No.
But we didn't follow it enough, right? Didn't follow it enough to know.
I don't know if, I mean, as far as I know, there was no sort of angle where she gives side eye. And if there was, I would have seen it on social media as well, Compare that to the return of Mami. The return of Mami was so anticipated. And all she had to do was walk in. Why? Because you've built anticipation through storytelling with Dom, with Liv, the relationship that, Rhea and Dom has had for the past however many years. That is storytelling. That is slowly giving us, and for example, when Finn finally turns on Damian Priest, it's going to be that it's going to happen already because they've been laying the seeds. Whereas with this, there was literally no freaking inkling that it was going to happen. The last thing we remember from them was the three of them kissing at the whatever event.
Correct. So
Forbidden Door. Yeah.
The only way I would say to salvage this, or not salvage, or probably give substance to this.
Yeah.
The follow up on
backtrack.
Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
Where they retroactively.
Yeah. Retcon, they retcon it. So what
Ah.
it is, it's one of the it's like a comic book trope, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I don't have faith in AEW ever making this work. But anyone saying that this was great storytelling is huffing the copium. It's a good angle. Don't get me wrong. It got me interested. I want to see what's happening. I'm not saying it's bad, bro. I'm saying this is not storytelling. This is an angle. And just because they copy an old movie doesn't mean it's storytelling.
And the only way that this can turn into a very compelling storyline is that because they have all the ingredients, right? You know that this partnership has been going on for quite a while.
Yeah.
She's a fan. Maybe they never lean into the fact that she's hinting on her turning, because everyone and their mother thought that it would be Toni Storm turning on Mariah May, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, but this was completely a swerve, right? You're right in the sense that it is an angle and unexpected at that. The only way is, how do they take advantage of this right now? How do they capitalize on suddenly this attention? Because you and me, I think we are on the same page in the sense that this actually make us stop in our tracks and like, oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
What happened on Dynamite? Okay, now I want to know what happens next. So they got our attention, but not in a bad way kind of attention. Because I feel like they've done certain things that was like, this is, I know they're gonna get our attention, but like I don't like what they're doing.
Yeah. But that's it. I watched Dynamite and it reminded me why I stopped watching Dynamite. Other than that angle, right? The rest of the show was like, and here's the other, once again, it's a booking. Like, why did Bryan Danielson have to bleed in his match? It literally added nothing to that match. And it took away from the big main angle at the end of the show. You know, once again, it's Tony Khan not stepping in and saying, okay, because we have that big bleeding angle at the end, nobody else is supposed to bleed.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't have the cojones to actually tell Bryan Danielson, sorry, you cannot bleed on this show. Because once again, Bryan Danielson bleeding for what?
Yeah, and Bryan Danielson is one thing, and of course I do like him winning this Owen Hart Championship. That's the link, right? But Hangman Adam Page returning, right? Do you feel like it's very random, and like, is he established as a heel or a face now? I don't get Hangman's character right now.
What?
Right?
Why are you surprised? At this point, why are you surprised that people are just vague? It's sort of, human beings are shades of grey. Yeah, okay, sure. So you want me to... their explanation is like you watch Avengers and then suddenly Captain America does something sus for the sake of swerve. Or for the sake of, it makes no sense.
There's no foreshadowing or I get what you mean. Okay, like you want to use the comparison of like Tony Khan playing with his toys, right? Like, I feel the way Triple H plays with his toys is good because maybe he had the experience from Attitude Era, right? Where every single wrestler, whether it's a top star, mid-carder, job guy, has a story. So any one night, right, Funaki can challenge Triple H for the world title and it becomes a very compelling storyline because of people's love for Funaki or his own, you know what I mean? Like, it pollinate into different storylines, right?
Indeed.
Yes, I remember. So, right, I feel like, again, it goes back to Tony Khan becoming the main puppeteer of AEW. He has so many good wrestlers that he can utilize. Like imagine if you have all this cross-pollination between Bryan Danielson and Okada and Ospreay and MJF now back in the mix. Again, all of them can be really compelling characters. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but none of them and there's no follow-up. Once again, we go back to Bryan Danielson after getting dumped on his head, and then Will Ospreay, oh my god, I'm never doing the Tiger Driver again. And then now he's back. Like, Bryan Danielson, there's no follow-up on that. Here's another neck break. The Young Bucks broke Tony Khan's neck, but they can't be fired because of a no-release clause or whatever bullshit. And then you have Christopher Daniels, but then they can get rid of Taz from commentary to insert Chris Jericho because none of this, there's no consequence, you know?
Yeah.
Freaking Tony Khan has been established to be backstage. They literally show him in shots. They mention, Tony Khan is backstage. Didn't he get dropped on his head?
There was no follow-up to that whole storyline, right?
Like, his dad came out, Shad Khan came out to, my son, what's good? And literally nothing, no consequence. If there's no consequence, we, as an audience, we're like, okay, all this is for show only, for fun only, it's rubbish, right?
Speaking of no consequence, right, I'm just so disappointed in how terribly they handled they handled the Adam Cole Devil storyline.
Oh,
right?
no, that one is like, okay, it was a flop. Let's just get the hell away from it. It
Yeah,
feels like
like
it.
it sucks lah, but whatever lah. But the thing that I'm annoyed with, right, is like
Mm.
MJF, right? MJF
Oh.
is their star. He returns. He returned for 2 weeks. He become babyface, right?
Yeah.
Fight Rouge, fight Cheryl,
Shadow.
whatever it is, right? Like, okay, get that out of the way, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then now they do this whole thing where he turns heel. Of all people, Daniel Garcia, whatever, right? But okay, now MJF is a heel.
Yep.
I was I the only one that watched his heel promo on Collision last week?
I think so, because nobody else did. Like, why would you do they?
Yeah, they're dumb. Why did they cut that very, very important promo, by the way, to establish him back as a heel?
Yeah.
On Collision, the same night as Money in the Bank, when no one's gonna watch.
Exactly, right? Like, did they put it on social media at least? I'm sure they must have, right?
Of course they put on YouTube after the fact and all that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, it should have been on Dynamite, that same Dynamite that, they had the Toni Storm thing happen, because it would have been a very strong segment.
Yeah.
Instead, we got Will Ospreay cutting his promo, and I like Will Ospreay, right? We love Will Ospreay, right? But the MJF promo should have been on Dynamite instead. I listened to that promo, and I thought it was, in my opinion, like, yeah, MJF is back. Like this is the MJF that we like. And he gave a very good reason why he turned back heel. I do not know whether you watched the promo in full yet, but remember he actually did a throwback. He pulled out footage from last year where he said that he got this rejection syndrome disorder. And that was during his lead up to his storyline match with Adam Cole for All In last year.
Yep.
And he said that, that's the reason why he's so scared to be vulnerable, so scared to open up, because he doesn't want to get hurt. That's why he would rather be mean and evil, right?
Yeah.
But then in that storyline, as the baby face, he said, "But I'm not scared anymore, right? I want to be your scumbag," and that's how he got shit as a face. But then he actually used back that footage, and he said, like, "See what you guys did? I tried to open up. You guys told me I should open up and be vulnerable, and I did. And what did that get me? I got my back broken for trying to pull out all these great matches. You guys dumped me for Samoa Joe, and then you guys dumped me for..." So basically, he made logical sense why he turned back heel, because he was heartbroken from trying to open up. And the worst thing that got the nail in the coffin is the fact that his best friend Adam Cole turned on him.
Yeah. So look, here's the thing, and we've said this ad nauseum. Great workers will always rise to the top, right? Yeah. He is essentially, it's like, okay, if you guys read comic books, right? It's like this writer writes, for example, Spider-Man for 3 months, and he makes a fucking mess of the storyline somehow because his idea is this, but people hate it, right? And then the next one is a different writer, and that writer is a very talented writer, so he manages to freaking retcon everything to make it so that it makes sense. That's what MJF is doing here.
He is literally in What If, I don't know what's the overall sentient being. Yeah, the Watcher, right? Yeah. He's literally trying to course correct a lot of the mistakes. And he even said that himself in a promo. He's like, I'm what AEW needs right now. And what AEW needs is me on top to set things right again.
I mean, it is. There's a lot of truth in that. Like, you don't want to talk about kayfabe, but it's a lot of truth in that. But MJF himself, Toni Storm herself, and that's just two stories that work because of the people in it and not because it is a concerted effort made to work. Yeah. Unfortunately, right? And okay, so next week's Dynamite is supposed to be like the what anniversary? 250th?
250th
episode or something like that. And they're already giving us MJF versus Bruv. So I'm expecting it to be some sort of a non-contest lah,
a schmoz
lah, because they can't possibly be giving us that match. Actually, knowing Tony Khan, bro, it might be a 45-minute classic, bro. Knowing Tony Khan.
Yeah, I really don't know, but I think they won't. I think they will smart. They'll save it for Wembley. But my problem with this is, why is MJF not challenging for the world title? Like, this is gonna be at most an upper mid-card match at Wembley itself. So.
And look, we all know the respect that we have for Bryan Danielson. We love Swerve, but how cold was the promo when Swerve came out after Bryan Danielson won? Like, the crowd was not there.
Yeah, because both are baby faces, one thing.
Yeah.
But secondly, like it's not it will be a fun matchup,
Mm.
but there's no story behind this. It's
Nope.
like it's just what Bryan Danielson's retirement tour
Yeah,
and
lor.
he needs to win the title. But
Yeah.
like then why not have it fight against a heel champion, right?
Again, it's the lack of storytelling. You know, it's a fun angle. In paper, it works, right? When you are fantasy booking, wow, Bryan Danielson versus Swerve, never seen before. But there's no story there. So there's no anticipation. If there's no anticipation, then people are not going to give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than the super hardcores who like, wow, on paper, good.
Yeah. It's hard lah, but I'm very curious to see how many tickets they sell for All In this year now.
I
Right?
mean, I think it should be okay. It's still an event. It's still a happening, right? They've only
Yeah.
done All In London once. It's not like they've been doing it for the past 5 years. So I
Yeah.
think it should be okay still.
From what I heard is that they still hovering on the 40,000 mark. Where it's like what, less than a month to go. So that can be a bit,
Worrisome.
they're definitely not gonna hit what they hit last year lah. So
Oh, are we gonna start the whole turnstile number
yeah,
controversy
yeah.
again? Okay, let's
It's
not
gonna
go there.
be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's I think AEW. That's mostly what the things that I wanted to cover.
Yeah.
This week.
It's just every time I watch AEW, I like, I've hope for it. And again, like people always say, oh, Mr. Neo, you're anti-AEW. I am not. I'm just trying to call what I see, right? It's like the same with me and DC movies, for example. Oh, Mr. Ing, you hate DC. I don't hate DC movies. I just understand that they are a mess. Well, hopefully with James Gunn is a different story lah. But like, and the recent Marvel stuff has been a bit of a mess as well.
Yeah, and people have been hating on Superman, or at least the leaked photos and stuff.
People hate on. I'm like, okay, no, I don't like with the internet. Like, reactions are. It's like, they released the footage for. The trailer for what's that one? Agatha All Along.
Oh yeah, Agatha. Yeah.
People are shitting on it already. I'm like, you literally not one episode has aired and you guys are shitting on it. People are who shit on stuff for the sake of shitting on stuff. That is for sure.
I must say I did enjoy Captain America's trailer though, the new trailer that came out.
And the Red Hulk little tease at the end.
Oh, that was interesting. But I like the fact that they're going back to Winter Soldier vibes.
Yep. Espionage.
Yeah.
And Harrison Ford is like the guy, right? If you grew up watching Harrison Ford movies, like he's the guy when it comes to like espionage movies.
Yeah. So I guess that's gonna be interesting. And remember the last time they had a veteran actor, was it Robert Redford?
Oh, he
Robert
was
Redford, right?
Yeah,
he was also like known for all these espionage movies in the 70s.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. But of course, July is the month of Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine. So Marvel Jesus, bro. Just like in the trailer, Ryan Reynolds is Marvel Jesus.
Can't wait for that. All right. Okay, so you know what? Let's go back to WWE, right? So AEW, we kind of cleared through it. WWE, of course, we had Mami returning and we touched on it last week. But I know for a fact, Mami, Liv Morgan, Dominic in the middle. They gotta do a custody or Dominic match, can't they?
Okay, so Triple H is the game. I'm sure he loves his references, and this is like it happened at SummerSlam, the original custody match. So it has to be a ladder match, right? Like they have to do it.
I would love Dominic on a cage or something like a shark
No
tank.
lah, do a custody, and then you need to have that spot where where Dominic comes into the ring. Remember, as a kid, he shook the ladder.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, he needs to do that again. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You know what? He should do that for who, right?
Who?
He should do that to stop Rhea.
To turn on Rhea and he would truly be full on heel. Okay, so
he will get the Edge Lita hit, bro, just by doing that.
What are we leading up to a live sex show on Raw? Do you remember that shit? Edge Lita live sex show, bro.
I do not want to see Dominic. I don't know. I don't find him. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, and you find Edge a certain?
No, I find Edge, at least he looks like the kind of guy that would do that. Like Dominic is like, nah. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, anyway.
Look, ultimately, right, once again, it's great storytelling. There are so many layers. So the next, when you talk about Judgment Day, Finn Balor, there was that whole, whatever you say, boss moment. Do you remember that?
Yes, I did.
They have been, and they are already planting the seeds for a Finn Balor heel turn on Damian Priest. Now, a lot of people have said that Damian Priest's title reign so far, kind of mid. He doesn't have the aura, as the kids say. What's your take on Damian Priest?
I think he's suffering from the CM Punk problem when he first won the world title in 2008, where he has a following, people respect him, but he just hasn't hit the level of, okay, I see him as a legitimate world champion.
Yeah.
And it's hard when, at that point in time, when he was world champion, the whole bill for SummerSlam was John Cena versus Batista, first time ever, 2008 SummerSlam. Like he was a B character in his own show. And I think he's suffering from the same problem because while Damian Priest is the champion, all the attention is on Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. Yeah. And maybe it's like his team weighing him down. Maybe Judgment Day is really making him feel like a more of a mid-carder or upper mid-card champion as opposed to the world champion.
Because if you think...
ditch them?
Yeah. No, I absolutely I agree with you. Because if you think about how he is with the Judgment Day, okay, when you think of faction leaders, right? For example, Roman Reigns, he's the leader. He orders people to do things. Damian Priest is like the cool big brother or the cool dad.
Yeah, the bro.
The bro, yeah. Like everyone's fucking around, playing games in the back. He's always walking in. He's like, can you guys stop? No, he doesn't cut that, hey, get in line. He's not that, intimidating presence. He's like a cool bro, cool uncle, cool dad.
Yeah, I was listening to Jim Cornette and like he made a very interesting comparison. Like,
okay,
if Stone Cold was in the same position as him, do you think Stone Cold would just tell like Funaki and all that, like, hey guys, come on lah, stop lah?
Yeah, he would punch all of them.
Remember how Stone Cold bullied all the people from the Alliance? Like he literally was like shouting at them and like telling who did he? I think he made fun of Hugh Morris. Remember?
Right.
Yeah, it was like what? You know what I mean?
He was a dick lah, but no, it fit the character.
Humiliating. Yeah, what I'm saying is like either Damian Priest needs to suddenly become fucking savage, or if he wants to go full on babyface, he needs to really go on full babyface and get excommunicated from Judgment Day to build that sympathy.
So this is where we're going, right? That's the lead up to SummerSlam, right? Him being excommunicated, but at that same point, becoming an ultimate, like, a super babyface against a Finn Balor, against a team that turns on him. And he has a supporting cast as well, because him and Rhea would be a great couple, if you think about it.
Yeah, like they are. I would give you. It's like Captain America and Scarlet.
Black Widow.
Black Widow vibes. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Yeah, they are not like together, but they are a team, right? And then they can have a thing with versus Liv and Dominic.
Or
and
like Liv and Finn.
Yeah, Liv and Finn. Because, there's that whole connection that they had from previously. So leaning back to what had happened like several years ago.
Very interestingly, and I know he's kind of under the radar right now, but Damian Priest is supposed to fight Gunther for the world title at SummerSlam. So like Gunther, since winning King of the Ring, he's take a backseat, let all the shit play out on Money in the Bank. But now that Gunther is back in the fold, I would love for Damian Priest to drop the title to Gunther, bro. Gunther needs to walk into Bash at Berlin as the champion, bro.
So okay. I think what would be cool is in the SummerSlam main event, it will be a banger of a match, I'm sure, between Damian Priest and Gunther, and Finn Balor costs Damian Priest. So at least he has an excuse to lose to Gunther, right?
Then the rest of the summer, it can be focused on the Judgment Day, so-called Civil War, the collapse of the Judgment Day. That can be the B storyline while Gunther goes on to be the world title holder.
Correct. But then who does he go up against? Seth Rollins? CM Punk, Drew McIntyre? That whole group? They are having their own little... side story. The only issue I see here is like Gunther technically doesn't have a feud beyond that.
Yes, but I also feel like, man, just one time. I don't know how they're gonna make it happen, but Gunther versus Ilya. Bash at Berlin. Just a one-off match.
They can do it one. They can.
Can
like,
they?
Doesn't
just a
Ilya,
one-off. Just a one-off match, bro.
Yeah. He wins some tournament, something, some shit, whatever lah. Can one lah.
Yeah. Maybe he's like saying, you know what? I only will allow to fight a European opponent. You know what I mean? Something like that. That'll be fun.
Oh, bro. He will only fight somebody that he has lost to before. And how many people have beat him? Like 3?
Yeah,
Ilya, Sammy,
Braun Breaker.
Bro, that's it. That's the stipulation. I will
It's
only
like-
face people who have beat me before. They can easily work it into a storyline. You can have a fatal 4-way, you can have a triple threat.
To qualify, right?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Ilya wins, and then they can have their headlining match at Bash at
Oh.
Berlin. Lah. Bro, we
Oh,
booked this
you-
shit already.
It would have been so perfect, but you know what? We shall wait and see. We should trust Papa H to see
Yep.
how he's gonna bring us there. But yes,
What-
Gunther as the champion.
But bro, see, here's the thing. Maybe they've already sort of planted the seeds because on commentary on Raw, they brought that factoid up. That's the only reason I know this. Only 3 people have ever beat Gunther. So, like, dude, we are literally in a time where anything they say means something.
Oh, perfect. And you know what? Remember what Triple H said in one of the press conference?
Mm.
Everything counts.
Yes.
Including social media, including everything online.
Look, like, they're even doing it on NXT. Okay, on NXT, they do it very heavy-handedly, I feel.
Yeah.
Well, Vic Joseph, he will straight up quote Joe Hendry's entire song lyrics
Yeah.
before the big, show. And let's talk about that. NXT, Joe Hendricks is a bigger Joe Hendry. I believe in. He is a bigger draw than anybody on AEW right now. How crazy is that?
It's so hilarious, and the best part is like he was supposed to team and was a surprise partner for Trick Williams.
Yeah.
But the moment Joe Hendry came into it, I felt like Trick Williams kind of took a step back. Like it was the Joe Hendry show, right?
Yeah.
And how funny is, right, that 3 out of 4 of those people last year were all in different promotions, right? We got Joe Hendry from TNA.
Yeah.
Now, and Ethan Page and Sean Spears from AEW. And fucking like, to me, actually all of them were trying to help, in my opinion, elevate Trick Williams, because Trick Williams is actually the greenest out of all of them, right?
Yeah.
But I love what NXT is becoming again. It's like half a developmental, half like a rolling territory.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
I mean, AEW talks about the whole Forbidden Door thing. At least NXT is doing the Forbidden Door right? They're drawing the connections. They're making it like, Wesley did that whole thing. And now I'm watching NXT again, like full on. They've actually caught me because of storytelling, right? Wesley comes out. He's like, oh shit. He's teasing retirement or leaving the business because he lost to Obafemi, right?
Yeah.
And then who comes out? It's the Rascals from TNA. Like,
And I don't know much about the Rascals, but it made me want to look them up and find out what's the connection between Trey Miguel.
That one guy was his tag team partner, MSK.
Oh shit, from the previous run, right?
Yeah, I think whatever allegations against that guy were dropped. That's why they were okay to bring him back. That's why he, he was the one who was like, hey, no, bro, don't feel down, blah, 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 whatever lah,
Yeah. And, of course, as a Singaporean wrestling fan, you will always need to have a stake in the NXT because our boy is there. And he's trying to make it. He's trying to break through that roster, and I believe in Dante Chen as well.
I believe in Dante Chen.
Remember, Stand Up for Singapore is National Day month coming up soon, so perfect time. Perfect. We need a Dante Chen's appearance or match
in August.
Yeah.
For National Day.
I hope Dante goes to Shawn Michaels like, hey, Shawn, like his friend there. Shawn, 9 August, my country National Day. If it falls on a Tuesday or that weekend, let me
9 August this year, I believe, is a Friday.
It's a Friday. It's a
Friday, bro.
That week, NXT need to feature Dante Chen. He need to go out with a Singapore flag. Let's do it, man.
Hey, and beat up who? Lexis King again.
Lexis King move on already, unfortunately.
Yeah. So yeah, it's once again exciting times over in WWE. On all the shows.
Correct.
I don't know if you caught anything on SmackDown, but they have been developing this Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Bailey thing. Did you see what happened?
Yeah. I mean, I remember the biggest takeaway is calling Bailey a BBL. So that was interesting.
What? Okay, so what is the reference there? I know BBL means she got big butt or something like that, right?
Yeah, like Brazilian butt lift or something like that.
So is she implying that Bailey got a butt lift?
No, I think she's trying to question her thickness. It's legitimate or not.
Oh, God. Okay,
whatever it is, Nia is the last person to talk about these kind of things.
Well, that line aside, so there's the whole tension, because Nia Jax beat down Bailey, right? And then Tiffany is like, should I cash in? Should I cash in? And then she wanted to cash in, but Nia's like, hey, what are you doing, huh? Why are you like this, huh?
Yeah. And they're supposed to have some sort of alliance, right? Between Tiffany
So
and Nia.
they are like friends now, something like that.
Yeah. So it's interesting because I always love, having Tiffany in the mix. I think it's important that, she's being highlighted, especially after winning the title. Because we also realize that she's still a bit green. Because remember her performance during the press scrum?
Oh gosh.
Like,
and
I was like,
this promo that she did. Okay, so here it's very interesting, right, with Tiffany Stratton. She is very over now. I think it's a combination of her look, a bit of irony, because she's still a heel. She's technically a heel. She acts like a heel. Yep. She wrestles like a heel. She promos like a heel. But for whatever reason, people are getting behind her because she chose. She got a nice moveset. Whatever it is, right? So
she has a very babyface moveset, if I might say so myself.
Okay, yeah. But then when she starts promoing, right, her voice is like,
damn annoying.
Yes, I was trying to find a nice way to say it, but it's both the pitch and the inflection. She's supposed to be a valley girl, right? So I'm like, is that her putting it on, or is that something she can change when she turns full babyface? Or is she going to be a babyface because she gets beat down by Nia Jax?
I don't know. Tiffany is a very interesting character, but I do give her the leeway of her being like new to the business or still young.
She's green, right?
Relatively young. And she's less than 25, maybe 23, 24. So like, give her a couple of years. I do not know whether it's too early to give her the title right now.
Yeah.
Or does she carry all the way to WrestleMania? I don't know. But judging, I was there in Perth for Elimination Chamber. She was the biggest star of the entire match. So, I mean, we know she has the tools, lah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair too, like, you got a hot story over on the other side with Liv and Mami. So this one can be the B story lah. She can just hold on to the briefcase, for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Build something here. Yeah.
I'm a fan of Tiffany. I still am, but I think we now maybe might temper our expectations a bit. Like, okay, give her some time to get the reps in for now.
So, right. Yeah. So okay, let's talk about the main event of SmackDown. You got quote unquote the main event, Cody versus the new Bloodline. Randy gets destroyed, right? Kevin Owens is away already. So now have they made it official, Solo versus Cody at SummerSlam?
I mean, Cody has officially challenged him, but I think until the match graphic comes out on social media, I think it's not yet.
I mean, the SummerSlam poster is literally the new Bloodline.
Yeah, but it is a dope poster, though, I gotta admit, right?
Okay, and also, I know a lot of people are saying this online, but Jacob Fatu, he has more aura than Solo Sikoa at this point.
Bro, we literally just put out a poll on social media, and I was saying okay, are you all feeling or vibing with Solo Sikoa? Does he have the aura, right? Very interestingly, out of the 3 options I gave, the least amount of votes was acknowledge Solo as your tribal chief. The second most is Roman Reigns is still my tribal chief.
Right.
But you know who got the most votes?
Fatu Jacob, right?
Yeah, and you voted for him.
I did.
Literally, Jacob Fatu is him. Got 62% of the votes, bro.
Yeah, dude has the look, the moveset, the intensity. It's the intensity, because Solo, there's just something lacking there. But
Solo's always been that quiet, more a quieter vibe. More of a Roman. But having this,
don't even compare him to Roman. What are you talking about? Roman macam go acting school one.
No, I agree. But what I'm saying is I think Solo is molding himself in the way he reacts and carries himself. He wants to be like that cool, brooding vibe that Roman gives off.
He cannot, because we just saw Roman, so he's never going to live up to that.
Yeah, but Fatu is a completely different piece, right? Fatu is like, I love you.
He's like the crazed, quote-unquote, animal that, it's like a leashed dog, like an attack dog or something
The
like that.
Samoan werewolf nickname is really perfect for him, I would say. Yeah.
It's interesting. And then, of course, you got the poor... Every time I think about Tonga Loa,
poor fella. Infamous. He's really infamous now, bro.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wonder if Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga are the tag team now. And then Tonga Loa just stand in the back. He is like the random flunky. The Brandon Cutler.
he does look good in a suit as the Armando Estrada
Yeah, he
manager
does.
vibe though.
Like,
So
yeah,
I
like
don't hate it. Yeah. My question is, right, bro, do you feel like Solo and Cody feels like a worthy main event?
I
Like in his
mean,
current iteration with now the bloodline around him and all that.
I think so. I think
Okay.
so. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
only because we have another main event. So, you know what I mean? It feels like a good 1B. Okay, maybe the
Mm,
answer is no. Because if it feels okay, I'm okay with it because on the other side we may have um you know CM Punk and Drew McIntyre finally settling their feud at SummerSlam. It's weird because the two titles seem like the B feuds right
yeah.
now, if you think about it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And also, don't forget, Seth Rollins and CM Punk had a very, very,
Yeah.
very compelling verbal segment on Raw as well,
Okay, so
teasing that potential storyline.
could then SummerSlam be a triple threat?
Mm.
Instead, and then they save Drew and CM Punk for Bad Blood because literally Bad Blood. It's a
Mm.
first blood match.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's too early to put Seth and Punk in the same ring. I feel like they should revisit CM Punk and Seth Rollins for WrestleMania next year. Like,
Okay.
give them more time to breathe and tell that story. Because I think they were trying to tell that story at the start of the year, but they
Yeah.
went another way. And Drew and CM Punk became the main story.
Mm.
Let that blow up, but
Yep.
then have Seth somehow be near or in and around that storyline and then pull the trigger after that.
Okay. I see where you're going with that, but it's Bad Blood lah. It's the opportunity to have a first blood match.
Bad blood, first blood, hell in a cell. Just do something crazy.
Yeah.
Because bro, it's been the best feud of the year, my opinion.
What, Drew CM?
Yeah, Drew CM Punk.
Yeah, for sure.
And they never even had a match, so it's
Nope.
crazy, right?
No. And that's why I feel like maybe a triple threat because maybe CM Punk is not fully ready. So in a triple threat, you can have Seth and Drew do most of the work. CM Punk just come in for a bit here and there, lah. But you know, it's kind of a cop out. I get that.
Yeah, but it's fun. I think whatever way or whatever how they unfold it is the fun part about this storyline.
Yeah, and of course, what's the Wyatt Six gonna do? Not Uncle Howdy, sorry. Bo Dallas was literally, he was in
Raw.
Adam Pearce's room, right?
Yeah. So I'm just thinking like now that they have so-called established him as like he's an actual wrestler and character.
Yeah, not just Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, so he's in the backstage. He's gonna mix it up. So I want to know how are they gonna mix the Wyatt Six out? Because
so, are we gonna see Eric Rowan and Nikki Cross as themselves?
Yeah, that's the next question I wanted to ask you. Do you want to see them wrestle without their masks?
I don't know, man. Okay, so because to me it's very iffy because I see the quote unquote the argument that this is just too hokey for a pro wrestling product in 2024, right?
Okay.
Like are you gonna have like a Fiend go in there and no sell everything? And are all these guys, all six of them or all five of them going to be that sort of wrestling character, or have them be actual wrestlers like Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, blah blah blah, Joe Gacy, but somehow they use their alter egos to strike fear in people?
I really can't give you the answer because I know the kind of criticisms Cornette has given Wyatt Six, but I know a huge chunk of the fan base loves this kind of horror stuff.
Yeah.
And it's more than just like, oh, I love the Young Bucks, I don't like the Young Bucks style, It's literally two different philosophies. Like, how do you find common ground?
No, because once you get into the wrestling of it, you see that's where it kind of falls apart, right? How are you going to present Nikki Cross versus give me anybody,
Rhea Ripley,
Bailey, whatever. Like how are you going to present that? Is it going to be the Nikki Cross with all the freaking Sadako makeup shit versus Bailey, or is it going to be Nikki Cross coming out as Nikki Cross? Like you know what I mean? So how are you going to pull all that off?
Very interesting. I don't think anyone has put the link together, right? That Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross used to be best friends, right?
Yeah, correct.
And then both now have the link to the Wyatts and both are crazy characters.
Yeah, wow.
Can we see a reformation, but dark sides together? I don't know, that'll be interesting.
Oh my god, so what? Alexa Bliss makes a return as like evil Alexa Bliss together with Nikki Cross, and then they freaking win the women's tag team titles.
At least more realistic than the Alba Fire and
oh my god, Isla Dawn.
Isla Dawn as witches. So,
Yeah. Who have done nothing. But anyway, like, now there's a new female stable as well.
The Shield, the female Shield, right?
Yeah,
Well,
the
not really lah, not
field.
yet.
I don't know about that. So it's
The Field.
Sonya Deville, Zoe Stark,
Zoe
and
Stark, Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
I know somebody put on our Discord the lesbians. Are they all? Is Zoe Stark confirmed?
I don't know. I don't know about
Yeah,
Zoe Stark.
whatever. Right, yeah.
Very interestingly, actually, right, if you take all our prejudices about each wrestler out of the way, right, all three actually would form a pretty badass faction if you know, like, okay, they're all,
MMA
trained and all that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Look, like, based on how they use them, they could very well be a female Shield. No, that comparison is absolutely spot on. But, it's just where they go from here, I suppose. But anyway, just to take it back to the Wyatt Six, I am interested to see if anything, okay, this, like, the WWE really does feel like Hollywood right now. You have a revenge story, you have a mafia story in Bloodline, you have a horror movie going on, you got all these different movies with storyline. It's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Storylines.
You know what I mean? You got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness over here. That is the horror stuff. You got the espionage stuff, which is the whatever lah.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like, okay, if you really need WWE to be like storyline based and like there's a Hollywood script writer and all that.
Yeah,
I think this is the best. I would say this is the best case scenario of this genre, right?
Like, okay, so really, truly, right? In today's WWE, it feels like old school Marvel, the first few phases of Marvel, where everything is interconnected and you have different genres, right?
Yeah.
And AEW feels like disjointed mess that was DC. It really feels like right now, as we look at the two products, that comparison has not been more accurate than ever.
One thing about AEW, last question on AEW, do you think can they come back and bounce back from it? Like, can they be course corrected, or do they need a hard reset?
Bro, we've said this, and I'll say the exact same answer I give you every single time. Tony Khan is the key. Because you have talented wrestlers there. You have people that can do the work. So those that can do will find the way to do it, even though the shit around them is falling apart. The cream rises to the crop, whereas everybody else will just fall flat, right?
Yeah.
But if Tony Khan doesn't change the way he runs this business, i.e. leave and let other people run it, it will never change. And they will have their hardcore audience, and that hardcore audience drops consistently year by year. They'll keep losing. They'll keep hemorrhaging.
Well, it'll be fun to see, but if nothing else, WWE is the thing that's keeping us going. I think AEW will always have their fans. But I think that's the beauty of pro wrestling, right? You can pick and choose what you want to watch. Yeah. And you can agree to disagree as well. So.
Oh, absolutely. That said, okay, you know what else we have to look forward to? Local wrestling right here in Singapore. Chock full of great storylines and personalities. And talking about personalities, we are going to chat with 3 personalities in just a little while. But before we say anything, SPW, of course, doing Clash at the Club this upcoming Friday, right?
Yes.
We have a pair of tickets to give away. Wait till the end of the podcast, end of the video, to find out how you can win those tickets.
Yes, for sure. And you won't want to miss it, bro. Where else can you watch pro wrestling and go clubbing at the same time, bro? Let's go.
Exactly. Okay, in the meantime though, and as promised, joining us on the podcast today, he is the statement, Andrew Tang.
The 5 times SPW Southeast Asia champion, the statement, Andrew Tang.
Better get it right. You gotta get it right, Mr. Young.
And joining us for the first time on the podcast as well, his new crew, his new friends, his new buddies. I don't know what this relationship is called, but I know that they quite cut the intimidating look right there. It's RJ and Mason, the Midnight Bastards. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Well, we are glad to be on the podcast. It's such an honor to be talking to the both of you once again. But today is not about me. It's about knowing about these 2 gentlemen behind me, the Midnight Bastards.
Love it. I love it. And of course, this is coming off the heels of a very, very dramatic ending to the previous show for the SPWs. It was a really, really, I think a shocking twist, because we didn't expect not only for Statement to become the 5-time champion, but to align yourselves with this young start. So tell us, how did all this come about?
Let's start.
Yeah, Mason, RJ would love to hear from you, especially.
Yeah, how did you guys, young guns, sort of, come together with a veteran like Andrew?
He probably thinks we're better than most of the roster. lah. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So did
But
he approach you guys? Oh.
Yeah, continue, please.
No, did he approach you guys? Did he see something in you guys? He's like, okay, these two got a future. They have potential. Or was it sort of a thing where you guys were like trying to get his attention as well?
No. We just kind of clicked backstage and we went out for a drink and party. Then like, just waiting for the break time to come in.
I mean, it's like on the same frequency, they
Yeah.
party hard, they have the good look, and of course, like they can prove it inside the ring. Because like I say, like in wrestling, like it's always like there's two kinds of wrestlers: the wrestlers that are always very textbook, and there's always the wrestlers that are always crazy and they go out of the box to have more inspiration inside the ring, and that's what we do. That's the three of us. It's how we can connect, and I see I just see that there's a future, the both of them, and I just want to do my part and impart as much knowledge as I can to the Midnight Bastards.
Awesome. I'm curious to know, RJ, especially, like, how did you and Mason come together to form this tag team? Tell us about your journey into SPW from the very beginning.
Because we are the best. Look at the whole roster.
Mhm.
Have you seen our roster? Have you
Yeah,
seen the
we-
tag division?
For sure.
Yeah.
See, who else? I only align myself with the best
Mhm.
person I can click with. Because he's my brother right here. This guy. Why do you think we align ourselves with the statement as your question earlier? I don't find it shocking. You guys find it shocking? What happened at the main event?
Well, it was
Oh.
shocking, but it wasn't unexpected if I have
Yeah.
to be really honest.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah. We've been keeping our eyes on you guys, especially people from our listening community,
Mhm.
grading your matches and rating your matches as well. And they've been really, really impressed by the Midnight Bastards because you guys are pretty new to the scene. So like, can you tell us like how long have you guys been training before actually making your debut?
I mean, first off, as you guys you should be impressed with me, myself, and my brother. That's the first.
Mm-hmm.
We've been training about probably a year. All of us started at the same time.
Nice.
Aiden was the one that saw something in us and decided to put us in a tag team.
Mhm.
I think we did pretty well, right?
Yeah, I mean like, what do you think? We only trained for like 1 year. Do you think we like better than most of the guys?
It's only been a year.
Right.
Nice. Yes.
Who else in the division?
I mean, it's like the X factor, right? Some people may be training for 7 years, 8 years, but they just don't have that connection with the crowd. But when you take two guys, when they walk through the door, whether it's in the club, whether it's inside the ring, they get attention. They get the attention of people, eyeballs on them, eyeballs on me as well, right? So of course they deserve all the final things in life. They deserve all the matches. You see, and the thing is like they dish out punishment after punishment after punishment to most of the individuals that step inside the ring with them. So
Yeah.
So that's what you saw in them. They were naturals.
Naturals, yes.
So let's take it back then, guys. Midnight Bastards. How did you guys get started in pro wrestling in the first place? Were you fans of the sport, or was it a thing where I know a lot of people came through playing the video games? Like, how did it start for you guys? We'll start with you, Mason.
I just like the spotlight. I think a lot of people ask, I just tell them, no, bro, I just like the spotlight. It's like
it?
better than
Yeah, it's better than sex. Like what you say, it's better than sex. I mean,
especially
I don't know, but I love sex as well.
I
but
agree.
after the show, then like female fans come and say I'm hot. Then like, oh, fuck, bro, yeah.
It's the attention,
you
like you
go.
enjoy that.
Yeah. He even got a female fan who wants to like bring him out on dates. Like what?
Damn.
Yeah, living the life of a superstar. That's what we do.
Got you.
So, do you watch like the WWE? Did you grow up on going to SPW events, that kind of thing?
No. Last time, I guess. But I joined mostly because of the violence. Not because not like all those nerds like you say like, oh, this is my dream. No, not really.
Oh, very
Okay, cool.
realistic fella, lah, this one.
He just wants to dish out as much punishment to all the poor masses that steps inside the ring with him and his dear brother over here, you know. Yeah.
Yes.
Also, this is very interesting. So you wouldn't say that you are a wrestling fan growing up, but you just were attracted to like the violence of the sport and you wanted to kind of, experience it yourself.
Yeah. When I competed in Muay Thai, I already loved the spotlight. When I came to wrestling, I even love it more.
Oh.
Nice.
So you have a Muay Thai background as well. Have you done it competitively as well?
Yeah, I competed.
This guy is from the streets, man. This guy is from the streets. Look at him. Look at this beautiful arm.
There you go.
I don't want to mess with him, you know. Any given. Yeah.
AKS Hong Kong Sia. I love it. I love it. Okay, great.
Oh, yeah, go
sorry,
ahead.
Young.
Foreign.
Okay, like RJ especially, right? You guys say you guys were brothers. Like, are you guys actual brothers, or like do you guys actually meet in SPW and bonded from there?
We bonded. We are
Nice.
like brothers. As a matter of fact, I think we bonded better than actual brothers.
Mm.
Wow.
Who else call themselves brothers on the roster?
Mm.
Cartel Singapore. Cartel Singapore.
You see what happened to them? They call themselves brothers. Did you watch?
Yeah.
And one of the brother turned on the other brother. So
Yes, we know.
there's so many
True.
brothers going around like, oh, what you gonna do, bro? At the end of the day, you know, sometimes you don't need blood to be connected as brothers.
True.
Agree.
RJ, do you have a similar quote unquote
Mindset.
backstory?
Oh.
Did you come into wrestling the same way as Mason, or did you actually watch the product growing up?
I would say quite similar to Mason, but I'm actually a wrestling fan growing up. Yeah, so I like people like the Ric Flair,
Oh.
the American Dream, RP to him,
Mhm.
Dusty Rhodes.
and there's many more. I like Ricky Steamboat. Yeah,
Wow,
I
a
actually-
lot of the old school ones, huh? We are old school wrestling fan.
yeah, indeed. I like the new
Cool.
stuff as well, but I prefer old school wrestling actually, back in the 80s or the early 90s.
Awesome. And like I'm assuming you guys are still young cats, like in your early 20s, mid 20s. And was SPW ever on your radar, or like you guys discovered the promotion like very randomly? RJ maybe, or Mason?
I just searched pro wrestling. SPW is the only thing that came up.
Okay. Cool. What about Mason? How do you transition from Muay Thai?
I figured I was like too pretty to get hit anymore. I mean, look at me, my face very pretty. I
Sure,
don't want
yes.
to hit anymore. So I just decided to go for pro wrestling, but end up it's worse lah than Muay Thai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why is it worse?
Gets trained by me, of course, the number of bumps that he needs to take,
Okay.
number of the gun he gets from me. Of course, in order to be the best, one of the best, as fast as possible, you need to get tough training because that's what I believe in, right?
I see. So it's the Tekan sessions from Statement that is the next level to Muay Thai training.
It's worse, it's worse.
I see. Amazing. And speaking of like fans and like female fans, for example, right? Like I do realize that like for you guys, I mean like bastards, when you guys come into the ring, you already have that aura, that that heel tendencies come very naturally, especially from a audience point of view. But is it something that you guys had it in you, or like you guys really had to bring that out of you to be able to perform in that level?
You just say be yourself.
We're not pretending to be somebody, you know.
I see. So this is all authentic. You guys really are rascals in and out of the ring.
Yeah. We don't need a gimmick to get over. I mean,
What for? We are being ourselves, bro.
yeah.
I don't understand.
I love it.
Right. Well, so I would assume that being at the club, especially for Clash at the Club 2, the second one, this is going to be a bit like your home turf lah. with no ropes, no turnbuckles, that kind of thing at the club. People are having
my
a rowdy
Yes,
time with drinks. Yeah.
We're gonna use anything that's to our advantage. We can take. When we see, we take, we
Yeah.
use.
I love it.
Just get
Oh
the
my goodness.
We're gonna get the W as a top, as in like our first time together as a team. We're gonna get the victory, man.
Nice. Okay, we'll get to your match in just a bit, but I want to run down the card here and also get your guys' opinion on some of the, matches. And, if you want to pick a winner, also can. It's up to you all, but tell us what you think about some of these matches, okay? Talking about Clash at the Club, SPW, of course, this upcoming Friday. If you haven't gotten your tickets, go to their Instagram page and scan the QR code. Get your tickets right now, okay? But here we go. We got Trickster versus Iman. All right. Tell us what you think about those two guys, first of all.
RJ, what do you think?
Trickster.
Oh, okay. Do you see a kinship? Are you friends with Trickster, or do you just find him very amusing because he does all the magic tricks?
Or is it because you hate Iman?
all that, yeah.
I think Trickster is the better wrestler.
Okay, all right.
I think we should direct that question to Mason.
Okay,
Mason, what do you think?
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
I would say it's Iman. He's like Aiden's number one dick rider. So he learns a lot from Aiden. We call him Biden Rex.
Oh, wow.
Why?
Biden
Rex.
Because
But
A and B. I love it. I get you.
Okay. That's actually hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
That should be a chant, right? No, wait. We shouldn't be chanting that. Okay. Interesting, a little division here, but it's fine. Ultimately, you guys are focused on your own match. What about yourself, Statement? What do you think of these two guys?
I think these two guys are promising. Iman has shown like his technical abilities inside the ring, and in the past match show, and I always think that he can definitely walk the talk. Trickster, as usual, he's a unique character. He looks interesting. I mean, it's not as big and jacked as like most wrestlers, but I mean, just take a look at him. I mean, you still second glance and see like, what is this skinny guy doing inside the ring or inside the club? But this guy is very, very sneaky. He has so much like magic up his arsenal. He's not just a wrestler; he's a magician.
Yes.
So, like for me, what I want to see is, I want to see him how he can incorporate his magic into pro wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah. So it'll be an interesting match. But for me, I will think that I will go with Iman. I think that Iman will be the more dominant man inside the match.
Okay.
I love to see it. Will we expect any sort of interference? Because I know there have been some dissensions from even from Wolfram Cartel with the previous show with Trickster and all that.
I don't know, man. I mean, you're gonna find out on Friday. How can I tell you everything, man?
Yeah.
Anything happened in SPW, right?
And
You
it's
never
a club. It's a club
never know
too. You
who
never
else.
know.
Yeah, you never know who else. Maybe suddenly someone will come out from the club and suddenly just lay the smackdown on us. And we'll never know, right? The club maybe like drunk patrons, they drink a lot of beer, drink a lot of mutton, and then suddenly lay the smackdown on the both of them. We don't know, right? And if that happens, and then the whole roster will be a battle royal on the poor individual or a handicap match on the poor individual, man. But I mean, don't lay your hands on us, man. Don't lay the hands on the product.
Dude, it's going to be crazy. What I usually look forward to in a Trickster match, it's right there in his name. What kind of magic trick is he going to pull to distract people?
Yeah.
You never know. It could be a fireball. It could be like cards. It could be anything like this fella.
Bro, alcohol and fireball, don't play.
Oh,
You
yeah,
never know.
You never know, huh? Okay, sorry. All right,
He will literally set the whole club on fire, or set the roof on fire. Literally, the whole building will burn down thanks to the Trickster because of the slap on the face.
Let the mother. Okay, anyway, let's move on to the next one. All that metaphorical. Let's talk about Blade and CK Vin versus BGJ and Meta. Okay, very interesting. So you got a tag team here. I don't know how Blade and CK Vin got together. Do you guys know how they sort of came together and became a tag team? Or is this a team of convenience sort of issue?
RJ, please tell them how they got together, like from what you see in all the videos and the matches. Blade and CK Vin. He's taking his own sweet time. Man.
I know. He's
slap his face.
Just to make it faster, is it?
No. He's just contemplating his moves. You see, the man's playing chess in his mind right now.
I feel like he's drawing it out to make it awkward to scare us. I feel it's an alpha move right there.
Alpha move. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes.
The
Well,
Blade and
I
Kevin,
have
yes.
no idea how CK Vin and Blade became a tag team, but I think they suit one another.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Is it a case of like, two dastardly characters just attracting each other,
it could be. It could
Hmm.
be. But I don't think there'll be a better tag team than me and Mason.
I was about to say that, there are some similarities between the two of them and the two of you guys, the Midnight Bastards. But on a scale of bastardism, I guess you guys are higher.
Bastardry?
Bastardry, I like that word. Okay, on a scale of bastardry, you guys on top of them, lah.
CK Vin and Blade.
Bro, they are fucking nerds lah.
Shots
there you go.
fired!
Ah.
I love it.
Okay. Mason just giving it to us direct. I love it. Okay. What about BGJ and Meta? What do you guys think of them? I mean, BGJ especially is a big guy, right? He's a powerhouse.
Are you really gonna ask them about BGJ? I mean, like they really dish out so much punishment.
Did you guys watch the previous show? Did you guys watch
Yes, I was there the previous show and you guys certainly gave it to him.
You guys remember what exactly happened?
Well, what happened on the stage, that I remember that very clearly. What you guys did to him or what he did to you guys actually. But
Exactly on the stage. You see what happened to Jack and Cheese?
Well, Cheese, I think you guys really did him dirty lah. As in, like you guys really gave him a good whopping. So I know that you and BGJ have your issues, and whether it's solved or unsolved, that remains to be seen.
I think I'm done with that fat bastard. What?
So it goes without saying that you guys are behind Blade and CK Vin on this, lah. Even though you guys think of them as quote unquote nerds, no love lost between BGJ and.
Even though they are nerds, I'll still go for them because they are a better team than BGJ and Meta. What the hell is he? He's not even coming for the show. Is he dead?
Yeah, I don't even know why he's not on the card, man. Like,
I mean, as he should be. From the
Fucking hell, it's not cool.
if you guys remember, Jack and Cheese challenged us.
Yes,
Mm.
I did remember.
So what do you guys expect? What do the fans expect? They're gonna pull off a miracle and then whoa, oh my god, they're gonna challenge the gangsters to a street fight and then they're gonna come out victorious. Wow, it's so surprising that I pinned BGJ with 1, 2, 3 right there.
yeah, BGJ, you can't find CBK, so he has to get another guy that is only like gets his power under the mask.
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time Meta had a match, man? Yeah.
Wow.
I see.
Okay. Very one-sided,
But you never know, right? You never know. Like, maybe like suddenly Meta has like some magical power from the comics or something, right? I guess he has his doll that comes around, like like he has his own voodoo doll, right?
Like
Maybe
Bomo like that,
like Bobo, like are we doing Dambala? But maybe this doll maybe gives him the power. You never know, right? Maybe that doll might be the extra X factor inside the match.
I know you can smuggle that in the club lah. I don't know what else they can smuggle in the club, but that should be interesting.
maybe a bit of alcohol is the power. We are in a club after all, You never know, huh? One drink, all of a sudden this fella change.
I just want to see
Now we got the alcohol. Now we got the alcohol. We wanted to get the alcohol during the interview. But you see it later, right? How we gonna get inspiration and how are we gonna, have more ideas for
I
what
see.
we wanna say, right? Yes.
I expect the interview to completely loosen up after this.
Yes. Okay, we're turning it on its head then. Just as well, we're going to talk about another match here. Aiden Rex versus Riz. Okay. Interesting matchup right here. Let's get your thoughts, Andrew, because obviously, you and Aiden Rex have a history. You took the title off of him. What do you think of this match up right here?
I think it's gonna be interesting to see because Aiden Rex, I mean, no stranger to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Riz, well, I don't know, maybe Aiden's gonna get fired. Maybe he's gonna think back about Ignition and he's gonna wanna try to like picture Riz as me. Maybe he wanna try to like break Riz's arm. But I don't know, maybe you'll see an aggressive side of Aiden Rex in this match. Because he wanna prove something. He and we have our upcoming event as well, Hardcore Island 2,
Yes.
6-man tag match. You definitely want to prove something to me. I'm sure you see a more tougher and more aggressive Aiden Rex on Riz. But yeah, I mean, I always like competition. So I just want to see what Aiden Rex can do inside this match.
Yeah.
I'm for once I'm supporting Aiden Rex. I don't know what about you guys.
Wow.
Aiden, I mean, come on.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad that you brought up the match that you guys are going to have at Hardcore Island 2, right? Because I very quickly want to touch on that. Now, Hardcore Island 2 is happening on August the 16th at the Fuchao building. Of course, you guys are teaming up again against Aiden Rex and Dr. Gore and Butcher Man. So that's the Horrors. So obviously the Horrors, they've been a tag team in SPW for a very long time. They're veterans. So Mason and RJ, what are you guys feeling going into that match in August, in mid-August?
Okay, the thing is, right, they say they are the vets, all the
Yeah.
fans think they're vets. But if you look back, right, Butcher's first match is a handicap match with Dr. Gore. Like, it's obviously we are better than him.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, we don't do handicap match. That's for pussies. We can save that for Cantona and Ricky. But
Ah,
no, we don't do that. Yeah.
I see. But do you see them as still the standard for tag teams in SPW, or do you feel that you guys are right there? You guys can overtake them and be the best tag team in SPW.
We are here to take over the entire tag team division. Let's talk a little bit about the match. Let's talk a little bit about SPW Nation and the main event. Okay, when the three of us are beating down Aiden Rex, your former champion. Let's talk a little bit about that. The Horrors think they are very smart to come out and interrupt us, because they think that they should lend a helping hand to the former champion.
It's none of the business. Why do you want to get involved with Aiden Rex? I don't understand that.
Because they're not relevant. They want to be relevant. That's why they came out.
Ah, I love it.
They are champions, aren't they?
Yeah. So why are they picking up? Why are they picking up the slack there? Yeah.
Exactly. Why are they coming out to help Aiden Rex? They have no affiliation. We are affiliation. We are a brotherhood, as you all can see right here.
Curious to know, like, I know this is like pretty new, but do you guys have a faction name in the works? Are you guys gonna debut the name in Clash at the Club or Hardcore Island?
See, right? We can't tell you every single thing right now, right?
Okay.
Might as well we do a match with three individuals from down the street. Hey, do you want to have a match with us? And maybe if you pay $1,000, and we will probably like dominate and beat the shit out of them inside this ring. I got space and everything. Yeah, true. No, man, we're gonna watch and see how it unfolds.
There you go for our listeners right there. And because people have been speculating, they're trying to come up with names, like for Midnight Busters a statement.
How about like, why don't we ask the fans like what to suggest a faction name for us and see whether it's good. They may like some keyboard warriors with the no face may say like, oh, we are pussies and stuff, but I mean literally we don't care like literally can they even like do what we do inside the ring? Can even like prove or like can they even like have half of the street cred that we have? No, right?
Yeah, I love how when WWE they just like smash both names together. So I'm thinking like the Midnight Statement or the Statement Bastards.
The Statement Bastard. Midnight.
But Statement is not a bastard lah. It can be a bastard to some people, to some girls. But to the people that I care about, I'm a sweetheart, right? I'm a sweetheart, guys. Yeah.
There you go.
Sweetest guy in the business.
Sweetest guy in the business,
Okay, so the Midnight Statement, I kind of like that, Foreign. Maybe we'll see if that sticks.
We shall see.
Let's talk about you guys' match at Clash at the Club, which once again is this Friday. If you haven't got tickets yet, go and go to SPW's Instagram page to find out how you can get tickets. Okay, it's at Ion Club, by the way, which is at Balmoral Plaza. Starts at 7:30 p.m. Okay, Statement and the Midnight Bastards versus Destroyer Dama and Mighty Arrow. Okay, first of all, let's talk about Destroyer Dama and Mighty Arrow as a team. That's a lot of beef on that side. How are you guys feeling going up against a team that is predominantly... Okay, you got two guys who are huge beef guys, and then you have a bit of a high flyer in Black Arrow.
How? I mean, I'm no stranger to them. I faced the three of them in the dormitory show before. I mean, like the both of them were what? Wolfram Cartel, right? Yeah. But me, I was facing them three on a 6-man tag match. Me, Ho, and surprisingly, at that point of time, it was the Butcher Man. But you know what? Yeah, I mean, Butcher Man and me, we were dominating inside the match. But it's because of Ho. That's why, because the fall. So right now, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not the butcher's man fault and my fault, right? It's the damn Hong Kong guy, the skinny ass Hong Kong guy's fault. Used to destroy Dama. So right now it's a redeeming factor. Redeeming factor. Me and my mates going against them. I mean, I'm no stranger to Mighty Arrow as well. I faced them a couple of times, and sometimes they win, sometimes we win. But yeah, I mean, man, every time when I get inside the ring with them, it's gonna be magical. Yeah, I think it's gonna be amazing. So I'm not afraid of them, man. I always love challenges, and I think this is a good warm-up match for me and a warm-up match for us against the Horrors and Aiden Rex.
Awesome. I'm curious to do as well, Mason, right? Like, technically, this is gonna be the team, this faction's debut match, right? Is this your opportunity to really make a huge quote unquote statement?
I mean, if you look at it, the people we are facing in Hardcore Island are bigger stars, so I'll probably still inflict some violence, but I'll save it for Hardcore Island.
It feels a little bit like you guys are looking past Destroyer Dama and Mighty Arrow.
Yeah, not really on our mind.
Wow, okay. The
Okay.
confidence level is like all the way up there. My goodness.
We just want to walk in. We just want to kick some ass. We want to drink some alcohol. We just want to party the night away.
And we are looking
Just get the
forward,
money, and then that's it, man. Let's look out for the hardcore. Yes.
looking
Love
forward for the after party. Actually.
There you go. There
Okay.
you go. Okay,
Wow.
so
Yeah, and Mr. Young, you can feel free to join us for the after party as well, man.
Oh, for sure. I am all for that. I know this is a totally random question, right? But I want to know, what kind of drunks are you guys? Okay, I'm going to give it a guess. I think Andrew, obviously the life of the party. Wheeling and dealing, like the Ric Flair, sort of, he's that sort of drunk. That's my guess, lah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mason?
I think I'm the kind of drunk that, when I wake up the next day, then I'll regret, like, what the fuck did I do?
Who the fuck is this bitch beside me?
The wild drunk, the wild, like too wild.
Yeah,
already.
I can imagine statements somehow ending up half naked for
Somewhere.
no reason,
Yeah.
and just like being shirtless and like getting people to like, are you gonna touch the statement? No, you can't.
Oh my
that kind of
god!
thing.
Okay.
There you go.
Mason, I'm gonna guess is like a fun drunk. Are you the guy who becomes like everybody's friend suddenly when you are drunk?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Depends if there's dickheads around me. If
Oh.
CK beside me, come on, beat up.
I
Depends
see.
on the situation. It's case by case basis.
Case
right?
by case basis.
We can gel with the individual, right? Yeah.
True.
So
And
it's
RJ, I'm gonna
Yes, it's either a fun drunk or like you're the one that starts fights.
troublemaker.
Troublemaker drunk. Okay, cool.
Okay, RJ, I guess my guess is you are the quiet drunk, the one sit in the corner and just observe the entire scene, make sure everything goes down just the way you want it.
No, you're wrong. I don't get it.
Oh,
Is it because you don't drink or your tolerance very high?
The last time I drank with him, I think he fell asleep inside the club. Yeah, but to his defense, right? He didn't get drunk. He was tired. He was sleeping.
He gets tired. Oh,
there you go.
okay. The tired drunk.
So Young, you're almost there, lah. He is at the corner, but
he's just sleeping. Not.
Yeah, just not observing, just sleeping. Very interesting. Okay, I love it.
Sorry,
Okay.
I apologize for the sidetrack, but yeah, it was just on my mind. Go ahead, Foreign.
I just wanted to throw it back to you, Young. What kind of drunk are you? And like, when's the last time you actually got drunk, bro?
Oh, a long time, bro. I'm too old for this shit, bro. I just turned 45 last month.
How about Friday, man? I think Friday would be a good time.
Oh, well, we'll see.
Friday is the time.
I notoriously cannot hold my liquor one. I will get drunk off like 2-3 drinks. I'm dead already. No, okay, not dead but I'll be like, woo, out already.
Statement, my challenge to all the midnight bastards as well. Please get Mr. Young drunk and take a video.
No,
I will love it.
no, cannot.
You coming as well, right?
Huh?
I'm gonna, it's depending on whether I get to book out that Friday. So,
Reservice lah. This
yeah,
fella.
I'm on reservice. That's
Also,
why
he's-
that's why I'm botak right now, bro.
Hey, MC lah,
Fuck lah. Hey, bro, if I get to book out that day, I'm straight away coming in my uniform. Fuck that shit.
In uniform.
I come in, I fucking wear my smartphone, I take out already. Go.
Oh my god. Oh, it's gonna be wild. Clash at the Club 2.
Come into the club with your uniform.
Wow.
It's
You want me to do that?
That would be the most interesting thing that
Yeah.
we'll ever see in our lives. Man.
Okay,
You
can.
bigger stars than us.
Yeah, you bigger stars than us. Everybody were like, whoa, this guy's in the club. And after 10 o'clock, everybody will be like, whoa, this guy's
I
a man.
I tell you, SAF better not catch me after that.
Yeah, don't
But you
get
know,
yourself in trouble, huh?
but I legitimately will be from the camp lah. So if I can make it, I'll definitely come for sure.
So
Don't
so
wanna
look,
miss this.
yeah, so looking ahead, guys, right? Like, okay, so Hardcore Island, you guys will have the 6-man tag, but also Midnight Bastards. Are you guys eyeing? You have to be, right. The tag team titles is you have to be eyeing the Horrors past Hardcore Island.
What a question. I mean, most definitely. What else? What else is stopping us from being the best? Say the Horrors think that they are the best. They're just holding our belts.
Wow.
They have big goals for themselves. Can you imagine, like, they align themselves with the SPW Southeast Asia champion? Can you imagine a faction like the three of us, with all the goals? Like Evolution, right?
Yes.
I love it. I love to see it.
Yeah.
And also very interestingly, when you talk about the goal, right? I'm sure there's a lot more shows from SPW before the year is over. Do you guys believe that before the end of 2024, you guys will be tag team champions? Wearing all the gold with statement as well.
My goal is to like maybe fornicate with 10 female fans. The goal is
Side
Yeah,
quest,
but
side quest.
if you get the goal, you probably will fornicate with like 100 female fans,
that's
right?
true. Maybe,
Right.
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends
So you
on
gotta get that mindset right. It's about the mindset.
Yes, there you go. Gold equals pussies. That's the way. That's what Ric Flair taught us.
Then,
Okay.
like, you have the cash, you can sell away the goal for the cash, lah. But
Love it. One thing also I would like to tell Midnight Bastards as well. Like, Statement has been on our Singapore Wrestler Top 20 rankings each and every month. You are ranking strong. But one thing that's very interesting, because this year when we started the SW20 rankings, right, the Midnight Bastards were not on any of our listeners' radars. But in the last 3 shows from SPW, you guys have been ranking 3.5 stars and above, 4 stars. So like, you guys are on the radars of our listeners. So what do you guys have to say to our listeners and some of the SPW fans who have noticed your work in the ring?
Wanna go? Or I go?
Bro, as it should be. Regards aspect, we are the uprising stars. It's only been a year. Take note, it's only been a year. We only wrestled 4-5 matches, probably. Look at where we are right now. As the fans should recognize, who gives a shit about the other tag team division?
I mean, I told you from the start, we are like better than most people already. There's a lot of things I still cannot do in the ring because my boss say don't do high risk move.
Yeah.
Lose. So if I do it, I'll probably be better than like Aiden Rex. I think
You will be champion.
There you go. Damn, a future match with Mason and Aiden Rex down the road, huh? That would be very interesting.
like, you'll definitely draw, man. Like, of course, man.
whatever he can do, I can do better.
Wow.
I
Okay,
love the confidence.
you just never had a chance to show it yet. Maybe in the right time, right place, yeah?
Very handsome boss say cannot.
I think the handsome boss know when is the right time to draw money and do it at that point in time, huh?
It's about cash, is about the money.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. And especially with someone who has the mind for the business, who's the veteran in terms of Singapore wrestling as well. Look, what do you have to say to the doubters, people who think that maybe your methods are a little bit underhanded? You know, not very nice guys. What do you have to say about fans who think that?
Underhanded. I really, like, seriously, I really don't give a damn about what they think. As long as the end of the day, I'm happy, they are happy. I push them to where they should be at. Because I see so much potential in the both of them. I believe, and when I was in the time of my doubt, who was the one that brought me up is these 2 guys right there. And of course, I'm gonna pay them back as much as I can. So, like, I really don't care, man. Like, as long as I get the goal, that's what's most important. As long as that, I find my fire, that's the most important. As long as I find who the statement is, that's the most important. As long as I stay relevant and I bring this relevancy to the title, that's the most important thing that's important for me.
Nice. I got 2 more questions for you, Statement, right? You talk about, like, holding the title for the 5th time, right? How are you going to make this title reign better than all the previous title reigns before you? And second question, you have been mentoring, the SPW people, the wrestlers, throughout the last decade. One of your, star students, I would say, right? Your brother, your mentor, the one that you've mentored, Dante Chen, is now all the way in WWE. How far of a potential do you see the Midnight Bastards right now as you are mentoring them? So those two questions.
I mean, I see a lot of potential in them. I see the future is bright for them. As long as they put their heart, put their dedication, as long as they come for trainings, as long as they give their 100%, and they believe in me, right? They will definitely go to the top. Yeah, because
Awesome.
the people that I see always have the potential. Like the people that I bring, even the wrestlers that I bring in from around the world, always have potential. And of course, like some of the big wrestlers that I bring inside SPW, they made it inside the WWE, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I always an eye for talent. That's the most important thing. Yeah.
Love it. And also about your title reign, how do you think you'll make this better than the rest or previous ones?
I mean, I'm just gonna dominate ass. I'm just gonna kick ass. I'm gonna just wrestle with more international stars. I'm gonna wrestle with more local talents. I don't know, man. As long as I always stay on top, as long as I always love a challenge. I always want to be the best. So whoever has a challenge for me, I'm gladly welcome to accept that.
Nice.
Awesome.
So looking at SPW, right? So you obviously have, like we mentioned earlier, Hardcore Island coming up in August. Beyond that, are you guys looking at anything outside of the club? Like we've seen wrestling in very interesting locations in the past couple of years, right? Any ideas that you can actually share, or anything that's brewing?
What about what would you love to,
Yeah.
in terms of a place or facility venue in Singapore? To
National
hold a
Day,
wrestling show?
Yeah, Clash the MRT, man.
Clash in the MRT.
Oh, street fight.
They clash in the MRT,
Street fight on the platform, bro.
Does, right? You never know, right? It might be a hit,
Didn't they do it in Japan or something like that?
Yeah. That's what they did. That's what they did in DDT.
Yeah.
Nice. Even Subway Mania in New York, right? They have wrestling matches in the ring.
Yeah, precisely. You never know, but in Singapore, everybody is so afraid of everything. If you do some matches or do some striking inside the MRT, you'll be like, oh fuck, I'm gonna YouTube this and I'm gonna take a camera about this. What's this? This is unadulterated violence.
Yeah.
Outside your house, Warren.
Sorry?
You wrestle outside your house.
I'll say,
Ken, bro, my house Bedok full of druggies. I think it's a perfect place
what the hell?
perfect place to.
Where?
Perfect, bro. My corridor got syringe everywhere, bro. It's a
What
fucked
the
up
heck?
area, lah, bro.
What hood are you Are you sure you're not in Yishun, bro?
Yeah, man.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's a Bedok rental, lah, bro. So these kind of weirdos are all around. But you know what? I would love for you to fight under my block, and I will definitely be happy to take video.
Yeah, but as long as you don't have syringes suddenly stab into the house lah. So
Yeah.
No lah. It's all good. It's all good. We will make sure no HIV diseases are spread, not through me at least. So the rest be responsible, guys. Okay.
Okay, well, I don't know how we got here, but we got here nonetheless.
This became a PSA message for
I know.
practice safe sex, guys. Okay. Anyway,
But talking about sex and syringes, there's no link to it, man, brother.
I don't know, man.
Oh, shit.
Shit just happens, man, in Bedok. I mean, I guess
That's why I'm telling you, we are real, bro. We can get you opened up talking about nonsense. Not like the other motherfuckers you interview.
Yeah.
Until now they interview us.
Yeah, everyone will be talking about how I want to be a pro wrestler and stuff. But this is more real. Man. You can feel us. You see, the thing about pro wrestling is about the connection with the crowd. How people can feel us, how people can relate to us. Everybody wants to be a bad boy in pro wrestling, but a bad boy in their lives. But they can't be a bad boy in their lives. But take a look at the three of us. We are the bad boys. Yeah, we've seen the world. This guy has seen the world. Trust me, you don't want to know his story because if you want to know his story, it'll be a fucking 3 hours interview with him. Man.
Oh man,
Is
I can't wait,
it?
man. Part
Yeah.
2. I would love that. Never worry. Tell you what, if we are there this Friday, we will definitely want to catch you guys for a post-match interview, and hopefully, I think that will be the time you guys show your true colors for us. In
A
front of
deep
the
dive,
cameras.
bro. Deep dive.
Deep dive.
This guy brings the alcohol early lah. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let's make that happen. Let's make that
Okay.
happen. Clash at the Club. All right.
Let's go. It's going to be a lot of fun. Once again, SPW Clash at the Club 2. It's happening on Friday evening, 7:30 at Ion Club, which is at Balmoral Plaza, Bukit Timah area. So if you haven't already, go get your tickets. Andrew, Midnight Bastards, thank you so much for joining us here on the show today. Any parting words to your fans, people who are supporting you guys?
Yeah, each one of you guys, please.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Please bring your wives. So maybe I can fornicate with your wife after the show.
All right, there you go.
I don't know, man. Just
Whatever you said. Just now, whatever you said.
whatever you
Okay.
say. Think of
RJ
something
agrees.
original, man.
Bring our girlfriends.
Okay, wives, girlfriends. Give us your statement.
All bring, yeah.
I'll take them all.
I
Every
just
single one of them.
I just want everybody to come in and enjoy pro wrestling inside the club, and then you'll be able to party with not only the Midnight Bastards, but you'll be able to party with the SPW wrestlers, because you know wrestlers, we are crazy. We can do inside the ring. We can leave the talk. We can walk the talk inside the ring, and of course we can walk the talk outside of the ring. Let's all just have a good time in the name of pro wrestling.
And there you go. That's the statement and the Midnight Bastards. Once again, SPW Clash at the Club 2 this Friday, 7:30 p.m. We want to see you there. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, bro, we have tickets to give away, don't we?
Yes, of course, of course. If you guys heard our conversation just now, right? We have these three wrestlers, you know, they're gonna try to form a faction of some sort, and you know, they need a faction name, of course, right?
Okay, but don't
So-
steal Foreign's idea just now. Huh? Foreign's
no.
idea was the midnight statement. I like that, but I think we can do better.
I think we can do better. And when I say better, not statement bastards. No, don't take my example and combine both words. I feel like you guys, our listeners here, you guys can give a much better example as well. So, for a pair of tickets to this Friday's Clash at the Club 2, tell us what would you call this new faction in SPW? What would you call these three fellas?
Correct.
Give us a good
Andrew,
name.
Mason, and RJ together. You know, you heard the interview. You know their characters. They're you know, they're quite the bastards.
Yeah, and they are very interested and very curious to hear your thoughts. So the best answers will be chosen by the statement himself.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Do we have a cutoff time? Because obviously the event happens on Friday itself, right? So we want to give you guys a couple of, days.
Bro,
Yeah.
24 hours, bro. No, it will take so long.
24 hours. Okay, so,
So
24
from the time-
hours. Yeah, from this
From
very
the
moment.
time. Yes, from the time this podcast airs, 12 p.m. it's already in play, bro. So you have until 12 p.m. Wednesday to give us your answers.
Okay, how do they give us answers?
Again, if you're listening to this podcast, you're on the stream right now, feel free to share it across on the chat. You can put it on the comment sections on the YouTube, or you can just DM us on Instagram, because we're gonna post this. Probably gonna clip this out and put this on our IG stories as well. Again, best answers will be chosen by the statement, and you guys will get a pair of tickets to Clash at the Club 2.
That's correct. There you go. So think of that team name, that faction name for the Midnight Bastards and the statement, and hopefully we'll see you there on Friday. Like if you don't manage to win, still go and get your tickets. Go to SPW's Instagram page and find out more information. Here, let me show you once again. Boom, SPW. This is the card that we ran down as well. It's gonna be a barn burner, a slobber knocker, as they say.
Yeah, for sure. And pro wrestling is hot, not just in WWE, not just across the world, right here in Singapore. So support your local wrestling, guys.
And you know what else is hot and also very tasty? Lemak! Let's talk about sponsors. SPW, one of our sponsors as well. But Lemak, I mean, just look at that for a second. I know your tummy is rumbling already. Mine is.
Of course. And every single week we talk about how if you are in the area in Bugis, you're hungry, looking for something to makan for lunch, please feel free. Actually, they're not just there during last time, they're there all day, every day.
So
go spend your weekends as well.
Go to their Instagram account and find out where they can be located. Go grab some makan. Let them know that Kick to the Gut sent you. That's lemak.lemak on Instagram. Drop them a follow. If you're listening to this, that's LEMAQ.LEMAQ.
Yeah, man. You know, they're not just selling again their popular jongkong.
Mm.
They also have beanies coffee. Now they have coin bread. They have jasuke. Like, man, all kinds of cuisines and snacks and things to taste. So, guys, enjoy a taste to remember. Lemon.
There you go. In the meantime, we appreciate you hanging out with us here on the podcast today. We had so much fun.
It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been tiring as well. So I hope you guys managed to power through today's episode. And we'll see you guys next week, right? Mr. Young?
Yeah. In the meantime, it is Mr. Young.
And it's 4 in the building. Take care.
Bring it back!